Hello everyone, I'm Coolguy, welcome back, and today we have the second episode of Perk Hunter. It's where we go over rare perks on weapons, rare perk combinations, as well as regular top tier combos, and then we discuss why they're so special. We also rate how difficult they are to obtain. Some of these videos are going to be more PvE focused, some more PvP, and some of these perk combos work well in all areas of the game. This series explores the more veteran side of Destiny. Most of these things require flat out RNG or a constant grind to get them, but it all starts with knowing what you're looking for. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the perk Opening Shot on a Fusion Rifle, a rare perk on a weapon type, and Opening Shot on a Fusion is going to get the most use in the Crucible. And we bring up these rare things because as expansions drop, new gear comes out, we have Shadowkeep coming. So far, be looking out for Firing Line on an aggressive sniper in the future, as it's currently only exclusive to the Sole Survivor. Be lookout for the last video's Dragonfly Rampage on a more harder hitting weapon such as a 140 or 150 hand cannon. And now, for future gear drops for fusions, be looking out for Opening Shot, especially on the high impact. Currently, the Tempered Dynamo is the only fusion in the entire game that can roll Opening Shot. Fusions are complex, there's a lot that goes into them: perks, range, stability, charge time, distance. The Tempered Dynamo is obtained from the Scourge of the Past raid layer, and I would say the difficulty of getting it to roll with Opening Shot is like a 10 out of 10, only because it's only found in one spot. You need to get people together, you need to raid, you need to get the fusion to drop, and then you need it to roll with Opening Shot. These aren't just handed out. Opening Shot on the Tempered Dynamo rolls in the second node. It can be paired with things like Rampage, Kill Clip, High Impact Reserve, so there are some damage dealing options for it. The roll that I have is Enhanced Battery or Accelerated Coils with High Impact Reserves and Opening Shot. We have a Range Masterwork, it brings the range to 72, and we'll get into Opening Shot in a second, what it does, and importantly on a fusion, and that's been really fun to dig into because this fusion's literally the only one that has it, so there's a lot to talk about. So for now, all we have to work with is this 740 charge time precision frame fusion. It's the same archetype as the main ingredient. It isn't the best archetype, but it definitely isn't the worst for the Crucible. Fusions have 7 projectiles that come out. It has 39 per bolt, meaning that this frame and charge time is going to be a 5 bolt kill. The high impacts like Archetype do 48 per bolt. Now that's a big jump, resulting in you only needing to land 4 projectiles. There's a lot of power in them. But back to these precision frames, it's not that they're necessarily bad, it's just that they're not as consistent as the high impact class like Archetype, but you can still put in work. The issue lies with the distance compared to what high impacts can do with their damage per projectile. And since those high impacts do 48 per bolt, have longer range, when they're at those deep ranges, they start getting drop off. When they start getting drop off, they're starting to do around the same as these precision frames to make a 5 bolt kill like 39 or 40. And that's one of the main reasons you're going to be looking for Opening Shot on a high impact fusion in the future, because of all the range that they have inherently. As far as the perk Opening Shot on a fusion, again, this is PvP centered, make you a little bit more accurate on your target. And we're not really going to talk about PvE usage, because I'm not going to look you in the eye and tell you that this is a must-have or is very viable, especially with Loaded Question out there. The Loaded Question has so much going for it, it's become a go-to for a lot of players in PvE loadouts. It's one of the best weapons in the game. But Opening Shot states you get improved accuracy and range on the opening shot of attack. Fusions have 7 projectiles, that burst comes out, you start getting those benefits, and it's kind of crazy if you start to think about it. When you look at Opening Shot on, let's say, a hand cannon, after you shoot your shot, it has about a 3-second timer, and then the perk can be fired again. When it comes back, you can see what it's doing with the accuracy cone. The X's on the cone get smaller when the perk is activated, and I would say it gets about 15 to 20% tighter, and then when you aim down sights, you can see it all pulling in, that X pulling in, and ultimately get you to 100% accuracy. And I've been thinking about doing an in-depth video on the accuracy cone range. Let me know if you guys would be interested in hearing about that. But with a fusion, it doesn't quite work like that, I've noticed. I think it's because fusions are special, mainly because of the projectiles. It has a lot of them. So it isn't showing the cone getting tighter within hipfire, but with what it does show, the added accuracy of the opening shot. The burst comes out tightly grouped, and then it expands. The cone's starting smaller, so that's important. It's kind of like tap the trigger. But passively, you're getting a magnetism bump and an aim assist bump, not to mention the range bump with Opening Shot. It just makes a fusion better. And all that's coming from me noticing what this thing's doing as I'm using it. It's very solid. So even though you don't really see what it's doing under the hood, the benefits are there. Through testing, the initial grouping is a lot tighter. Again, this is a wall test, and with enemies in play, all those other buffs go into effect. Your magnetism, your aim assist, all that. And as we know with hand cannons, like you can almost shoot them in the stomach and it gives you a headshot. That's how big Opening Shot is, how huge the perk is. It just gives you the magical gift of a headshot when it shouldn't have been. Fusions are different, they can't crit, but it's almost like a vacuum of the bolts being sucked to your target. And with this being a precision frame, you controlling that burst when it comes out, you can land some really tight shots. And in-game, you've been seeing some background footage. I do have high impact reserves on mine, rounds at the end do more damage. When moving and shooting, it feels really sticky and it feels really good. The bolt stream comes out highly accurate, and that excites me for other fusions in the future. And what's most exciting is getting it on one of those harder hitting fusions and then pairing it with tap the trigger, under pressure, and a wide variety of other perks. And moving target as well, because moving target gives you a passive aim assist. Aim assist on a fusion helps with the slowdown, helps with the bolts on target, and that's why I currently run a target adjuster with this tempered dynamo, because I'm pairing that with the opening shot. You could put a counterbalance mod, but we have the frame helping, that's why I went with the target adjuster. But regardless, this is really special, and it's a real possibility that another fusion rolling opening shot might not ever happen. If not, this tempered dynamo is going to be the only one. And if that's the case, that's alright, because the tempered dynamo does well. It just would really benefit from a high impact frame. I would prefer liquid coils on mine with the opening shot. Anything else can just fall in line. I just wanted to hit just a tad bit harder for more consistency. But let's talk about it. Opening shot on a fusion. You guys have been using Bite of the Fox with opening shot, some hand cannons with opening shot. You know the real benefits that the perk gives. Now imagine that coming out with 7 projectiles. It's pretty crazy. So do you have this tempered dynamo with opening shot? If so, what do you think about it? And pay attention in the future for other fusion rifles. Now for the end of the video, I have a 48 opponents defeated game using this tempered dynamo. And a couple times during it, you see me head shake a shotgun rusher. Don't get bent out of shape about that. We were messaging each other. It was all in good fun. I ended up downing 24 opponents with the tempered dynamo alone. I had 7 cold fusion medals, and those medals mean that I got 3 kills within a life with tempered dynamo. If you're new to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. Remember to like and comment if you guys see fit. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am Coolguy.
Zone A captured. Enemy claims Zone C. Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours. Numbers, Guardian. Excellent. Ikora would be proud of you, Warlock. Zone B lost. Zone A lost. Power play. Enemy has your zone. Zone C captured. Double down. Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Ginseng Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you. Together as one. I love it. Zone B captured. You have zone advantage. Zone C lost. have advantage. Zone A locked. Double down. Triple down. Zone B captured. You have advantage. This is wonderful. Double down. Double down. They're dominating the field. Get those zones back. Zone B captured. That's all I ask. Good.